MK1 is officially back. If you look at the Twitch numbers currently, I did some research. There was no real major tournament going down, just kind of a subtle day on both Mortal Kombat 1 and Tekken 8. And they actually coincidentally have the same exact viewership right now currently. And that is huge because I never thought I would actually say those words that MK1 is back. We all knew that MK1 was definitely on its last legs when it was coming to trusting, when it was coming to just all these microtransactions and the actual game. Now, the game is still flawed, but they have done a lot better in terms of possibly this latest Ermac update being one of the best updates in their short history already, and the fluidity of the gameplay. I think people like Ermac, people like Chameleon are really going to help grasp the idea. Probably some of the biggest, I'll say, best criticisms were those two characters so far in terms of fluidity and the speed and the pacing of the game. So Chameleon and Ermac are some of the biggest ones I've seen that are actually living up to the hype of like, oh, MK is faster now, or this changes up this fluidity of the gameplay. I really love this. And again, seeing the viewership actually this high on a subtle day, a couple of just streamers, really, they both have both of their pretty well-known streamers on each side that are streaming Tekken and Mortal Kombat, and you get the same amount of viewership. And that is great news for somebody like me who's an MK fan who doesn't have the game on a regular anymore. I have it on rotation along with Tekken 8 and other games that I've been playing, just because I create content on multiple games. And so it is cool to see this once again because it does help out in trying to elevate the game. It started off rough. Now it looks like it's slowly starting to smooth itself out. I know they have this hidden brutality that they brought back from 11 and also all the classic MKs. They also added new moves from this recent update. So it is really cool to see that there is viewership there, that for a shout out to those that have been completely loyal. If you are just a huge fan that never like gave a shit about anything bad that was happening in this game and you just kept playing it, my hat goes off to you. I'm someone that was like, yo, I can't handle this game to an extent anymore. But again, I'm glad that there is a lot more viewership again, because we had seen this game drop all the way down to about 300 viewers at some point and even lower, and that was so sad. So to see it up at this correlation without actually having a major tournament, to have it today during the week, a subtle day with the mainstream fighting games. Now Street Fighter still does always great. They usually average around 8,000 to 9,000 viewers, but I have MK and Tekken at 5,000. I know Tekken has definitely passed their honeymoon phase where they're getting into that first quarter of the sloppiness of after release, kind of what MK has been going through, probably a little too long. MK1 went through, they went through like quarter one, almost freaking going into quarter two or whatever. But yeah, they are doing better. They're starting to iron it out. I think, I'm not gonna say that MK1 has a great communication now, but them sneaking in the brutality effect again was pretty cool. And then also the new moves and the patches, adding more into invasions, kind of keeping people a little bit more busy. There has been a lot of data mines and leaks also in terms of what they plan on adding for the DLC expansion, the story expansion, and some offline content. So hopefully some of that, at least 80% of it, hopefully that's true, so that it's content is what they need at the end of the day to even grasp onto people to want to keep playing, whether you're grinding on a competitive level and ranked, or if you're just playing on a casual level offline or even online, doing certain specific specifications to really get stuff for your character, the mastery, learning, more cameos, combos, etc. It does feel like a long time when characters are released with Mortal Kombat, but then again, it's like, you know, they're still releasing characters the fastest in any fighting game right now. So it is pretty cool. It is, you can see it in a both split decision way that they're releasing characters and cameos, but I think it's to try to just give breathing room in between each so you can learn what the cameo in itself, kind of treating it almost like a full character is what they're trying to do, and give you time in between each, so it's character cameo. So I do appreciate that, at least to trickle in some greatness for this game, whatever light there is. And from what I'm seeing, I can see the promotion of it and getting better, and I'm very happy for it. Again, seeing that type of viewership, and I had to like really blink twice. I was like, wait a minute, hold on, wait, there's some great viewership on MK right now. I'm so glad that it's not subpar 100, you know, like 1,000, I mean, in the couple hundreds. So it is cool to really see that. Again, when you go in, and it's not a comparison to what Tekken 8 is, it's just showing that, you know, when both are out of their honeymoon phases, like what really happens. And although Mortal Kombat should possibly be a lot more, but due to them kind of backtracking and trying to just fix the game as they go, it still has been a very fun time. I know Ermac has been highly enjoyable by a lot of people. So I believe that that's incredible. And like what I said, the speed of the gameplay, the combos, people are figuring out new stuff. And then on top of that, the brutality and all these other updates, man. But yeah, so just seeing Mortal Kombat, it's just a small praise, right? Because there's rarely any actual compliments to the game, especially with the community. I know it's a very, very thick-skinned community that is hard to please at times. So having Mortal Kombat finally, at least viewership wise, do a lot better again, at least for now, is very, very good. And a lot of that has to do with that Ermac release and just like everything looking better in terms of update. I know Rain looks like a whole new player, so there's people that are doing a lot of Rain studies now in terms of just combos and everything. I, for myself, even thought of that too. So it's really, really cool to see that. But yeah, man, have y'all been playing MK? Y'all gotta be letting me know on that for sure in the comment section below. But this was a game that when it first launched this game, I was like so excited for this game, and for it to kind of just be like, just kind of be real mid tier. At the end of the day, I think this game is gonna be a actual top 5 game still, depending on how much they iron out. Just because I went over a bunch of tier lists already on my channels, you can go check those out too. But I still feel that this has a lot of potential to be a top 5 game. If not, it probably already is, just depending on what we're actually looking at, depending on how much they keep ironing out, man. But yeah, combo system, everything's back. Viewership's better. A little bit more of an upside now. I see a couple of other people returning to play also. Again, it's still very flawed. It's by damn sure like no perfect game, but at least when they got over this, it was a harsh phase that we were going through in this game. So it's good to see a breath of fresh air. Good to see some positive notions moving forward. I see it on Twitter too. A lot more people sharing stuff once again, asking more about stuff and hoping, and at least having hope and positivity when it comes to post Ermac release. I also shared a lot of polls talking about the Ermac release or talking about the updates. Like, is this really going to inspire moving forward? Now, this will be the ultimate execution from MK1. If the Ermac release right now, of course, is a success, which it has been, can they actually grasp onto that and be like, you know what, we're gonna just do this subtly every release? Also, I'm not asking for an overnight change, of course, but the question is, or I'm not even saying just speaking on my terms, I'm speaking on the community terms too, like, can we expect at least these types of subtle changes every update? If that were to happen, this game could be really, really amazing by next year, for sure, like mid next year, or at least in year 2. This game, from what they said, has a year span of like 4 years, I think, a lifespan. I'm gonna say that if they get into year 2 and they're doing these subtle changes, I think this is gonna be a solid game, at least for the long haul, especially for better tournaments as they continuously come around. Yeah, if they can grasp onto more characters, add a little bit more moves, some updates, a fast cameo, then you still got Takeda, you still got Movado coming around, got Homelander, that's gonna be a massive release too. So there's a lot of stuff right there that if those really get intact and really get the momentum flowing, this is gonna be a pretty solid game moving forward, I think. And then you still got Combat Pack 2, which a lot of people are asking for. Wonder what guest characters they're gonna bring. I think by Combat Pack 2, we're really looking at some serious business. If they can at least take this Ermac as inspiration and be like, hell yeah, we're doing this, we're sticking to this script right now, man. But yeah, y'all let me know what's up. Or you got a lot of hope still for MK1. It's just cool to see it back on the viewership boards again. I would be fucking heartbroken every time I go across and I'm seeing like 500 people watching the game. I'm like, no. It's cool to see thousands of people on there again, man. Let me know what's up. I appreciate y'all, man. Peace.